So I first became interested in science because of my family and heredity. My father is very fair and Italian American, and my mother is black and very dark skinned. And when I learned about Mendelian genetics and the pink flower, there was an aha moment for me where I put genes together with who I was, and I knew that I had to understand more about it.
I won the science fair in 9th grade, sort of by accident. I was forced to enter the science fair, as what everybody was, because it was a project for school. And I got really into what I was doing. It got very interesting. I asked an audacious question. I got an answer none of the people in the world liked except me. And I won the science fair. I won the whole county. And that was sort of a message to me that this was going to be a very interesting way to use my head. I guess the third thing was I had a wonderful high school biology teacher, a woman, and Mrs. Schwerner really encouraged me not to be afraid to be audacious. And so when I got interested in something called DNA, she gave me the name of a man at Rockefeller University, turned out to be Watson, of Watson and Crick, the people who actually built the model of the first DNA molecule. And he actually answered me. Questions, answers, the correspondence was great, and so it felt as though this was an unlimited space in lots of ways. That's why I was interested in it.
So I guess I was always attracted to the abstract and very good with numbers. And then in college I got hooked, and I loved math basically.
Well, I always really had kind of a fascination with how things worked. And I think two things, really. One was my parents always took me to a lot of high school science fairs. I grew up in a very small community. And also my grandmother in a very interesting way, because she always had a large garden. And so as little kids we'd say, gee, what do peanuts look like? And she'd say, well, let's order some peanut seeds and let's grow them and see what they look like. So I guess she was really kind of an experimentalist in her own right, and kind of showed us that you could figure out things, that you really could explore the world and figure out things. So I think that was probably my earliest interest. And then in college I had some very good instructors early in my career. Were really good at explaining things and made it seem very accessible. So that was very helpful.